Well, the virus that has created a global panic has now claimed 106 lives in China, and more than 4,000 people have contracted the disease so far. There have been 1,300 new cases so far in the last 24 hours alone. Meanwhile, the Chinese regime is currently scrambling to contain the outbreak. Well, Hong Kong has confirmed 8th case of coronavirus so far, with 77 more suspected cases. The Hong Kong government has announced that all public, cultural and leisure facilities be closed until further notice. In a bid to control the spread of virus, all schools have been closed till the 17th of February. Hong Kong Disneyland and Ocean Park, two of the city's biggest theme parks, have been closed due to the coronavirus outbreak. Hong Kong has also stepped up efforts to stop the virus's entry. Residents of Hubei province, which is the epicenter of the viral outbreak, are banned from entering Hong Kong. Anyone who has visited Hubei province in the last 14 days will be banned entry into Hong Kong. The rule, however, does not apply to Hong Kong residents. Well, WION's Grace Lee now joins us live from Hong Kong. Well, Grace Lee, if you can update on what exactly is the situation as far as the coronavirus goes in Hong Kong. We understand there has been an increase in the number of positive cases.
Yes, there is kind of a state of panic here in Hong Kong. The government has declared a state of emergency. People are staying in their homes. Children, as you said, are staying at home and doing some schoolwork from home. There is a shortage of face masks here because of the fact that people are buying them out in the stores, but also it's hard to get any face masks flown in from overseas because of the significance that the masks had during the protests here in Hong Kong. There is a huge rift between the citizens and the government. They still have a lot of mistrust towards Carrie Lam and the incumbent government right now. And with the coronavirus happening at the moment, there is a lot of anger and very bad sentiments building towards Beijing as well. The people here still very much remember what happened during the SARS outbreak in the early 2000s. 300 out of the 700 cases of deaths reported during that time happened right here in Hong Kong. There's still daily reminders of that time here. People here use 2 chopsticks when they go to restaurants, one for sharing, one for personal use. And that's a remnant of what happened during that time. People were so afraid of getting infected from other people that is still something that they've been doing every single day. So to see another coronavirus entering the city, that has certainly put a lot of people up on the edge, and they're hoping for some answers from China as to how quickly this virus is spreading.
Right, and we are also learning that there has been a ban on entry of citizens who are coming in from Hubei province unless they are Hong Kong residents. But any other such precautionary measures being undertaken by the Hong Kong administration?
So far, that is the only measure, and that is, of course, bringing in a lot of angry sentiment towards the government as well, because they're saying, some health officials as well are saying that those aren't, that's just simply not enough to prevent the spread of the disease. As you know, Hong Kong and China have very close business relationships, and there are still buses and trains going through China to here every single day, and it's very hard to stop the spread. For now, what officials are saying is the only thing that you really can do is to wash your hands, make sure that you take the appropriate precautions to make sure that you and your family are not at risk.
Right. Well, thank you, Grace Lee, for joining us with all the information. Well, there you have it, a sense of panic currently in Hong Kong, where there have been at least 77 positive cases in the offing, several other deaths also being reported in Hong Kong. Let's not forget, during the SARS outbreak, Hong Kong had reported a substantial percentage of the deaths as well. And Hong Kong, the only precautionary measure that has been adopted by them so far is that they are not allowing anyone who has visited Hubei province, which is the epicenter of the viral outbreak, in the last 14 days to enter Hong Kong. But that is not being considered enough. Also, the protests that have rocked Hong Kong since June last year are also proving to be quite an impediment in bringing in extra face masks and other required equipment into Hong Kong from foreign shores to tackle the coronavirus outbreak.